My name is Keneth. I'm from Nigeria. I live in Malmö, Sweden, and I work here in Denmark. That's Copenhagen, Denmark. Well, I'm from Anambra State. I was born in Lagos, in the west of Nigeria. So I grew up in Lagos, but my parents are from my father is from Anambra State. My mom is from Imo State. So, but we're all born in Lagos. So I grew up in Lagos. I only visit my parents' maternal homes just once in a while, maybe during festive period. But I grew up in Lagos. So Lagos is kind of a very big city. So I was born and raised in Lagos. So I'm married with a wife and 2 children. I arrived in Europe at least, let's say, in 2008, and I came just to visit and for economic benefits as well, to better my life as I came. In Nigeria, it's who you know. It matters a lot. So there are a lot of people, your connection matters a lot, or who you know. So the country is blessed, but at the same time, not everybody are blessed, just like the country. So many people also had to go out of the country for better life as well. I'm not the only one as well. Life in Europe I can see it from different diversions, different perspectives, because normally when you come to Europe, first and foremost is you have to stay legally. Number one, being legal, you can be able to work legally. Without that, it's a difficult thing. Some people stay longer, while some people stay shorter to get their own stay. So life in Europe is kind of a little bit better compared to Africa. But the one thing I can specifically say I like about Europe is the light is 24 hours. It is 24 hours light. It doesn't go off. Well, in my own country, light is light, but sometimes you don't enjoy 24 hours. So, but in Europe, it's easier when you are working. It's easier to get a better life compared to Africa, whereby, and also here you also have benefits. Though I'm not in benefits, but over there's no benefit. So if you don't have a job, you're on your own. So, and the healthcare as well also is a good thing here. Even though you don't have the money, you can be treated first before asking for money. So that's one of the good benefits we have. At least in Sweden, I can talk about. It's good over there, but back home, it's not like that. First and foremost, you have to ask you to deposit money for hospital bills first before they treat you. If you cannot, they cannot treat the person. So it's another disadvantage over there. So that's the comparison between Europe and in Africa, in Nigeria.
There are many people or brothers in Africa, they always say that Europe is milk and honey. Do you believe in that?
I don't believe in that because, number one, he that doesn't come doesn't know. If you don't come, you don't know how it is. Because, for example now, some people have to work 2 jobs to make ends meet. Some people have to work from night till morning, and for money again going back to work. So it's not to make money, just that some people, those that say that Europe is make money, there may be people that did all sort of things that is not legal. Understand? But when you're doing it in a legal way, it's not make money. Jokes apart, it is not. It is really not make money. Because those that are coming, when you arrive in, you now understand that there are certain rules and regulations you have to follow, especially getting your document to stay in the country legally. The process in getting it is not easy. Some are very lucky, while some take years to get theirs. So it's not make and honey as they think. But when they come in, and that's, oh, this is not how I thought it was. So that's it. There was a guy I used to know. When he came in, he had to sell a lot of his properties in Nigeria in order to secure money to come. And when he arrived, he began to scream. This is not what I expected, because how he's going to pay back the loan he borrowed and other things. While some people, after a while, they're able to make up, get money, travel home, get married, and bring their wives to the place. While some, they've been here for a long time. There's a guy that I know, he was actually in Denmark. He lived in Denmark since 1997. And before you know it, they deported him back, empty-handed.
Was he illegal in the country?
He was illegal in the country. So he was illegal in the country because it wasn't easy for him to get the document to stay. But at the end of it all, they had to take him back after 17 years. So it's really, really, really heartbroken. And when he got home as a head, he became like abnormal because where he's going to stand for. So, but some people sometimes, other people that heard from, when they came in, they were able to get people to direct them, especially those that have relations and friends. They were able to put on the right path and where to follow. So at the end of it all, they were able to stay actually well and legal in the country without having problems. Personally, jokes up, I'm saying my own point of view. I would rather stick back than to take that road because many of them never get to Europe. Why some, they've been caught on the way, and when they get them, they will not ask their family back home to pay ransom in order to release them. So, and it is very, very bad, especially for women. Many have become pregnant because of that. Because of the people that caught on the road coming, yeah, because some of them they caught them, people that caught them held them captive and began to use them as sex slaves, and some of them became pregnant. So I would really advise, I know things can be tough, but the best part is just stay back. Don't take the risk. It's not worth it. Especially those that lose their lives. It's not worth it. That's my own candid advice.
People will not say that, because you already made it, live in Europe, that's why you give us this advice. Do you think so? Or?
No. Personally, that's what I'm saying my own point of view. I'm not saying that you shouldn't come, but it's not worth it. Taking that risk, especially going through the road and going through the sea. It's not worth it because some people take the boat, some survive, why some don't? So I know it's not worth it because those have lost their lives, they have gone. But if they remain back home, they will still be alive. That's my own belief. So, but people shouldn't get me wrong. I'm not saying that because I have been able to come to Europe and stay. Yes, I'm able to come, but I was lucky, one of the lucky ones. So, but people have their own luck, but not everybody can boast of it because some of them lost their lives, some also lost limbs, lost their hands, lost their sight, lost their kidneys, all in the name of coming. So I will gladly advise they should just stay back if it's possible. The city I live is called Malmö. It has a border with Copenhagen. So it's just, with the train it's about 45 minutes, the train coming. So sometimes it's stressful coming because at times you have to be at work to start work 7 o'clock in the morning or 8 o'clock in the morning before you need to cancel the train. So it's kind of frustrating. While also going back as well, the same thing can happen. But one of the main reasons of coming from Sweden to Denmark is because of the exchange rate. The value of the money is a little bit better. Danish money is a little bit better compared to the Swedish money. So that's just one of the reasons coming over. If not, if it were to be the same, I wouldn't bother myself coming because I don't like to stress myself so much. But the exchange rate is a little bit better. That's why reason why I come down to Denmark to work, just because of the exchange rate. Because one wants better life, so that's it. So better money as well. One thing I can say is one of the best things of being in Europe is the healthcare system. The healthcare system is very good because when you're healthy, you are better than someone that has money and that is not healthy. So health is wealth. So the healthcare system, I like it a lot because you feel that yes, you are somewhere. They value you not because of the money you have, just because health is more important to them. For example, now I'm looking at it. People that sell things in the restaurants, hotels, and other things, you have these people that comes to check to make sure the food is well prepared or this is done in a very proper way. So the healthcare system, I like it a lot. That's one thing I like mostly about it, the healthcare system, because it's good. And second again, the light is always constant. Always constant. You don't take it away. It's always constant. So that one thing I like about it. And second again, the roads as well is good. And the cleanliness of the environment, they make it, you can't go to a place where you look and say, actually want to turn your face away. It's always neat because they take care of the whole thing. If we in Africa could do that, the sky's our limit. And I know we can do it, just that some people understand, they don't want to bring out the money to employ people because you can employ people to do such work I'm not saying it's the best work, but at least it's better than nothing. But here, it's good.
So, but also, is beside the people, the companies are working on to clean up the roads, but also is a conscience of the population who don't throw on the floor.
Of course, because they have taught them like that, not to do that. Because you can't just walk on the street and just come down under a tree and want to ease yourself. It's not allowed. If they can't check the person will go pay fine. But you know, in some African countries, it doesn't matter. You can do it anywhere. You just do it anywhere you want to go and go your way. But here it's not allowed. And again, you can't fight here. It's not allowed. You cannot fight here because I know of a guy. The guy used to be like, oh, when you make him annoyed, he can just beat you up. When he came to Sweden, he was like an ice water, cold, because he noticed that whenever he touches somebody, it's a police case. So because of that, nobody wants problem. So he was forced to be a quiet person. So nobody fights here. You know, in Africa, if you talk to me, I can retaliate with my fist. But here, don't do that. You go by the rules. So it's not allowed. So things like that. If you come here, you can be calm. If you're a stubborn person, you can be calm.
Doesn't matter if he's really with high blood.
Yeah, no, you come here, you be calm. And again, the transportation system, I like it as well. The transport system, you know, for example, if they tell you the bus is coming 10 o'clock, it's coming 10 o'clock. Even if it's late, they still let you know. But in our place, it's not like that. You can go out, you don't know when you're coming back. Because, it's the truth, you don't know when you're coming back because a lot of hold-ups on the way who can hold you. But here, it is just, you tell you, when it's 5 minutes to reach your destination, come and meet me in 5 minutes time. The bus is there or the train is there. But back home, it's not like that. So if they could make it better like that, I think we can make it better. Not that we can't make it. We can make it because sometimes most of our leaders, they come to Europe to come and visit. So they see all these things. So they could also make it better if they want to.
But why they don't do it then?
You know, some people prefer to think of something else. They think that's not the problem of the country. So they don't want to get involved. So when it's not the problem of the country, they don't want to get involved. But normally, transportation is also very, very important. And again, security here also is also good. I'm not saying it's the best. I think the rate of crime is not as high as it is back home. Here it is. For example, now if you finish work 2 a.m., 3 a.m. in the morning, I can go home feeling secure that nothing will happen. But I'm not saying it cannot happen, but you have the conscience within you that if it's going to happen, it is maybe 100%, maybe only 5% or 2%. So, but in a home country, you can't go home like that. No. You decide to stay in the working place. When it's daylight, when a lot of people can start working. But it's not here like that. So here it is, security is also good. I like it, the security. I'm not saying that Europe is the best. No. People shouldn't get me wrong. But there's another thing again that I don't like. The food. I prefer the food back home than what we have here. Because, you know, I can remember when I came newly, when I began to eat their food, my system was kind of, each time I eat it, I must go to the toilet. Because I couldn't relate with it. But when you bring the African food, you eat it, it's good. But you know, one thing about the African food here is expensive. It's very expensive because African food, whereby if you were in Africa, the money you used to buy it is cheaper. But when they bring it over here, it's kind of very expensive. You can buy it 10 times the price, 5 times the price. Just you ask yourself, is it what it is? Because they know it's rare to get it here. So many Africans prefer to eat their own food more compared to the European food. So in terms of food, no.
So which kind of food do you eat? Because I know there's some African shops here in Europe.
Yeah.
Where do you buy your food?
Okay. I have a shop where I buy food. You know, in Malmo, in Sweden, we have many African shops. So, but what I normally do, I go for the cheaper places. I don't do because I like your shop, I go and buy expensive things. So if your own is more expensive, I leave you. I go to the next place. So I prefer to get like this African food, like this pounded yam. There's the one they call gari. They made from cassava. Also have this, how do I call it? You have this bitter leaf. You used to make soup. This melon, they call egusi. Also African food. And also stockfish. The dry stockfish. So we get those ones. They don't sell it in normal shops. Only get it in African shops. So when you have it, you feel at home, like you're eating African food. But that's why many of us, when we travel back home, when we're coming back, we pack a lot of it in the bags to come, because we know that it's cheaper buying it from there coming here than buying it here because it's more expensive here. So the African food, I miss it a lot.